We have seen the division of the compound lipid into phospholipid and glycolipid. So lecithin and cephalins are comes under the phospholipid. In this video, we'll see glycolipids and their examples. What are the examples under glycolipid? So glycolipids are found in brain, biomembrane, kidney, liver, thymus, retina, egg yolk, etc. So what are the components of glycolipids? It contain a, so look here, the picture here. It contains a sphingosine, a sugar, and a high molecular weight fatty acids. So how many components are there? There are three components, one, two, and three components are there. The sphingosine, so this hydrocarbon chain along with this one is called the sphingosine. The red color is completely called what? Totally called the sphingosine. So look here the picture. Phospholipidന്റെ കേസിലാണെങ്കിൽ there is a glycerol molecule, two fatty acid and one phosphoric acid, and there will be an additional group, either choline or ethanolamine group. So likewise here, instead of glycerol there is a sphingosine. Look here the picture, CH2OH. So this is the exact chemical formula of sphingosine. So let's see the comparison. CH2OH, here this CH2OH, CHOH, here CH2, CHNH2, and on the top CH2OH, here CHOH is linked with a long hydrocarbon chain, the whole product. So this whole product is called what? Sphingosine. In addition to the sphingosine, there is another structure that is called a fatty acid, high molecular fatty acid. Now, this structure, which structure? So this structure is called ceramide. What is called ceramide? So ceramide means what? A sphingosine plus fatty acid is called ceramide. So ceramide plus carbohydrate means what? Is the glycolipid. Clear? So what are the components of glycolipid? So sphingosine, sugars or carbohydrate, and high molecular weight fatty acid. So these are lipids with a carbohydrate attached with glycosidic bond. So this bond is called a glycosidic bond. This is an ester bond. And there are two examples which comes under the glycolipid. There are cerebrosides and gangliosides. Cerebrosides is mostly present in the brain region, and the ganglioside mainly present in the ganglions and nerve cells. Now move on to the cerebrosides. These are the simplest form of glycolipids, abundant in brain and white matter and myelin sheath. You know the myelin sheath is a covering of neurons, and it has three components. What are the three components? Is already told. Is a sphingosine. So this one is the sphingosine. Is connected to the fatty acid. So sphingosine plus fatty acid is called as a ceramide, and there is a carbohydrate. And remember, they have no phosphoric acid. They contain a ceramide. Ceramide means what? Fatty acid plus sphingosine is called ceramide. This carbohydrate may be either a galactose or a glucose. Carbohydrate may be a glucose or a galactose. The fatty acid is linked to the amino group of sphingosine with an amide linkage. Linked to it what? Here, this linkage is called amide linkage. Here it is called glycosidic linkage. There are major types of cerebrosides are there. There are glucose cerebrosides in which the carbohydrate is glucose, and a galactose cerebroside in which the carbohydrate is a galactose. Galactose cerebrosides are typically found in neural tissue, while glucose cerebrosides are found in other types of tissue. And there are four cerebrosides identified based on the fatty acid, kerosene, lingosyric acid. The fatty acid components is lingosyric acid, cerebron is cerebronic acid, nervone, nervonic acid, oxynervoic acid. So where are they found? They occur in the myelin sheath of nerves, white matter of the brain tissues, and cellular membrane. They are very important for the conductance of nerve impulse. Move on to the last topic, that is the gangliosides, are glycolipids derived from the nerve cells and spleens. Gangliosides are glycolipids derived from nerve cells and spleen. They are predominantly found in the ganglions, hence the name gangliosides, and they have a complex structure. And cerebral cortex are rich in gangliosides. They contain a ceramide, so this is a ceramide. In addition to there are N-acetyl acid, N-acetyl galactosamine, and carbohydrates are there. So they contain ceramide and N-acetyl acid, commonly called as NANA, N-acetyl galactosamine, and carbohydrates. Tay-Sachs disease is a lethal hereditary disease associated with a defective lipid metabolism. Remember the main point. The disease called Tay-Sachs disease, which is a defective lipid metabolism where the gangliosides are accumulated in the brain of the patients. It's a recessive autosomal recessive gene mutation. While in cerebrosides, the cerebrosides, if it accumulated in the liver, and spleen, is called Gaucher's disease. Gaucher's disease, characterized by defective glycolipid metabolism due to autosomal recessive gene mutation. So remember two diseases, Gaucher's disease, and second one is what? Tay-Sachs disease. Gaucher's disease is associated with the cerebrosides, and Tay-Sachs disease is associated with the gangliosides. These are the different functions of what? Glycolipids. That you have to just read. So this is all about what? The phosphoglycolipids. Thank you.